insightful conversation. In this session, we explore the art of storytelling, how to captivate and inspire others. Storytelling is the more than just word. It is a powerful tool that shape emotion, influence decision, and build connection. Today, Gulam, you host and join my intelligent co-host ChatGPT as we dive deep into techniques, psychology, and magic behind effective storytelling to inspire action,
Captivate.
ignitions, and create lasting impact. Let's begin this journey to creative power and creative experience expression. Let's go to ChatGPT. How are you, ChatGPT?
I'm doing great, Galam. I'm super excited to dive into the world of storytelling with you. It's definitely a fascinating topic. Let's get started and have some fun with it.
My first question is, what is the essence of storytelling and why has it been important throughout human history?
That's a great question. Storytelling is essentially a way to communicate ideas, values, and experiences through a narrative. Crucial throughout human history because it helps us make sense of the world, pass down knowledge, and build connections with others. It's also a powerful tool for emotional engagement and memory retention. So it really has stood the test of time.
Okay, very well. How does storytelling influence the way people think, feel, and make decisions?
Storytelling has a unique way of our emotions and our brains. When we hear a story, we tend to empathize with the characters and the situations, which can influence how we feel and how we see the world. Stories can simplify complex ideas, making it easier for us to understand and remember them. They also help us envision possible outcomes, which can guide our decision making. So it's a powerful tool that shapes our thoughts and actions in subtle ways.
Okay, if you have any example, please share with me.
Absolutely. One classic example is the story of the tortoise and the hare. It's a simple fable, but it teaches us about purpose and the value of consistency. This story has influenced how people think about success and effort for generations and makes the lesson memorable and relatable, which is exactly what good storytelling does.
Okay, what key elements make a story captivating from the very beginning?
There are several key elements that help make a story captivating right from the start. First, a strong hook or intriguing opening grabs the audience's attention. Then, relatable and well developed characters help the audience connect emotionally. A compelling conflict or challenge creates tension and keeps people engaged. And finally, a clear sense of purpose or a meaningful theme gives the story resonance. All these elements working together really make a story memorable.
Do you think stories are more memorable than facts or data alone?
That's an interesting question. Stories tend to be more memorable because they engage our emotions and imagination, making information stick with us longer. Facts and data are definitely important, but they can be harder to remember on their own. When they're woven into a story, they become more relatable and easier to recall. In many cases, the narrative really helps solidify the message.
Okay, very well. What techniques can individual use to create emotionally engaging stories?
There are quite a few techniques to make stories emotionally engaging. One is to create relatable characters with strengths, flaws, and desires that the audience can connect with. Another technique is to use vivid descriptions and sensory details to immerse the audience in the world of the story. Building tension and pacing the story so that emotions have room to develop is also key. And of course, tapping into universal themes like love, loss, or hope can really resonate on a deep level.
Okay. Have you any example about this?
Absolutely. A great example is the movie Up by Pixar. The opening sequence is a masterclass in emotional storytelling. In just a few minutes, it shows the life journey of the main characters, Carl and Ellie, highlighting their dreams, their love, and their losses. The sequence uses relatable emotions, vivid visuals, and a universal theme of love and loss, making it unforgettable. It really shows how powerful emotional storytelling can be.
Okay. How
I'm
important is structure in storytelling and what is an effective story structure?
Structure is super important in storytelling because it helps guide the audience through the narrative and keeps them engaged. A classic and effective structure is the three-act structure. The first act sets up the characters and the conflict. The second act develops the conflict and builds tension. And the third act resolves the conflict, a satisfying conclusion. Of course, there are other structures like the hero, but the main idea is to have a clear beginning, middle, and end so that the audience can follow along and stay invested.
Okay, have you any example? Please share with me to clarify my question.
Absolutely. A great example is the movie The Lion King. In the first act, we meet Simba, the main character, and we see his life in the Pride Lands, setting up the conflict with Scar. The second act shows Simba's struggles and growth away from home, building tension as he faces his past. And in the third act, he returns to challenge Scar and resolve the conflict, bringing the story full circle. It's a perfect example of how a clear structure can make a story really compelling.
Okay, what role does authenticity play in making a story resonate with an audience?
Authenticity is key to making a story resonate because it helps build trust and connection with the audience. When a story feels genuine, the emotions and experiences come across as more relatable and believable. It also means that the storyteller is drawing from real experiences or genuine insights, which can really strike a chord with the audience. In essence, authenticity makes the story feel more human and emotionally impactful.
Okay, very well.
I'm glad you found
How can stories use humor, suspension, or surprise to enhance their message?
those elements can really elevate a story. Humor, for instance, can make the audience feel more connected and relaxed, making the message more memorable. Suspense keeps them on the edge of their seats, heightening engagement and making the payoff near satisfying. And surprise can create a memorable twist, adding depth and making the story more impactful. Together, they keep the audience engaged and help drive the message home in a fun and memorable way.
Okay, very well. How do you use storytelling to inspire and motivate their teams?
Leaders can use storytelling to create a shared vision and foster a sense of purpose. By sharing personal anecdotes or success stories, they can illustrate values and goals in a relatable way. Storytelling also helps build trust and emotional connections, making team members feel more valued and understood. And when leaders use stories to highlight challenges and how they were overcome, it can be incredibly motivating and inspiring for the team.
Okay. In what way can educators use storytelling to make learn more impactful?
Educators can use storytelling to make learning more engaging and memorable by framing concepts within a narrative. It helps students see real world applications of abstract ideas and makes the material more relatable. Stories can also spark curiosity, encourage empathy, and help with retention by creating emotional connections to the content. Plus, a well told story can transform a simple lesson into an unforgettable experience.
Okay, very well. How
I'm glad you
can
found that.
storytelling improve communications in personal relationship?
Storytelling really strengthens personal relationships by fostering deeper understanding and empathy. When we share our experiences and stories, it allows others to see the world through our eyes, which can build trust and closeness. It also helps in expressing emotions and thoughts in a more relatable and engaging way, making conversations more meaningful. Plus, it can create lasting memories and inside jokes that strengthen bonds over time.
Thank you very much, ChatGPT. Very useful conversation between you and me. Your answer is so impressive. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gulam. I'm really glad you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you ever have more questions,